Hello everyone, Call of Duty World War II Multiplayer, Part 2. This is the Part 2 of the review. This is the Basement Gaming Nerd. Alright, let's get into the story. Alright, I'll say what I was about. This multiplayer was done okay, okay? It was probably not my favorite, but it has some good things for it. First of all, I love the maps. One thing I do love about it is the maps. There are large scale of different types of maps. There's large maps, there's small maps, and there's some creative ones. And I feel like the gameplay is designed all around this the scenery around all the World War II aspects and stuff. So let's see. Sorry guys, I'm playing with bots. I'm poor right now. Don't have money. Alright, what I do also like is the weapons. You can choose between a variety of weapons. There are some automatic ones, semi-automatic. I believe my favorite has to be either the M1 Garand or the BAR or the where's it? Or the Lee Enfield. I am not as good at sniping, but I still love these weapons. I love that these weapons, they don't just give me just a big pile of useless weapons. They give me actual good guns. SVT is a good gun in its own way. The BAR is excellent. The FN42 is great. I like it. I like its rate of fire. I believe it's just like this, but like the M1941, but it's slower and it has a more controllable rate of fire. And they also give you divisions, which change up the kind of like the perk system, but they are changing it up a little bit with the divisions. Rifleman gives you infantry attachment and all these perks of stuff. And then the airborne will give you fire guns while sprinting, all these different abilities that you wouldn't have before. And this would just be your wild card or your other perk, your third perk. I choose Forger because it's like having I like having Scavenger for Forge because I like my ammo sufficient. And yet you also have the firing range too. I am bad as F in this when it comes to firing range. But let's get into some gameplay. That's what you want to see. No. Let's see. We shall do... My favorite has to be that one. And you can also customize your character. Let me show you that too. You can customize it. The faces, you have different skin colors, and you can also be a woman too. But right now we're men. You can also customize your clan tag, all that stuff. There's lots of customization features. You could even buy drop what's it called? Supply drops. I always get confused with that. That's something I always get confused with. Sorry guys. I'm just checking. I'm bad with this. One other thing. This multiplayer, it goes at my own pace. It's not as fast as Advanced Warfare, but it's not as slow as say Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1. It's a very decent paced multiplayer. Also, it gives you a variety of choices for weapons, and it's not too complicated, but it's not so simple. It's not as simple as Advanced Warfare, but it's not as complicated as
eliminate all Axis forces.
Say Ghost. Sorry, I got confused there. That's one more forgotten Call of Duty that I like to forget about. as you can see, there's a vibrancy of colors, and
We have the momentum.
they did a good job with this multiplayer. Although it is not my favorite when it comes to gameplay, it does its job of making itself believe that it's a World War II game. It's like a futuristic multiplayer built into a World War II game, as I can say. It still has this feeling of the older CODs. See, this is when I don't get the feels. When I play World at War, I feel like I'm actually in the war. I feel like I'm right there, just as I were playing Soldier. There's gore, there's violence, and gives you a lot to choose from. And this does its best job of duplicating it, but it doesn't do it as well. I mean, the gameplay is really sought out. I love the weapons, I'll say that. But still it's missing this feeling. There's lots of competitiveness. There's no place to stop and think of what we're actually doing here. And one thing I loved about World at War is that it was almost like this timeless classic where it feels like World War, actual war. From the sounds of the guns, it doesn't, into the fire, the flamethrowers, the scenery. But this is just some plain duplicate. It's like if China tried to rip off the PlayStation 4 or something. It just doesn't feel right. It looks cartoony, and to me, it doesn't do that job very well of duplicating war. But they, I don't think Sledgehammer was going for that. I think Sledgehammer was going for a different take on this genre of a shooter, because most shooters you see of World War II are very dark, gloomy, or not, or something like that, something that would relate to a war. But this is more cartoony, colorful, paced gameplay, and just it's just different. I'll say that. World War II is itself, I'm not gonna compare it to World at War, because it will never be World at War. It's different, and I enjoy that. I enjoy things of World at War that I wouldn't enjoy here, and I enjoy things of World War II that I wouldn't enjoy in World at War or other Call of Duties, World at War II video games, such as Medal of Honor, DayZ, or other games. This brings the old Call of Duty formula that you will see in Advanced Warfare and brings it into this setting. And that's what I think is special about it. Is that they try to keep that formula, but they don't try to change things up so much that would confuse the player. See what I'm saying? Let me change the class up here, guys. I love this M1. I love the customization features, something you wouldn't have in, say, World at War or something. I don't think you could. I love the fact that you can customize your characters. Reminds me of a lot of... This game reminds me of a lot of their previous game, Advanced Warfare. In a good way. The good aspects of that game, such as customization, simplicity, and... well, not the fast-paced part, but just the colorful part. Because Call of Duty Ghosts was so gray and dull. But this is so colorful and vibrant. The colors and the graphics. The graphics are smooth, I'll say that, unless you really pay attention to them. It's not gonna be like Battlefield or something you would get on a Mega Drive or CD, a CD, a hardcore PC or something. It's decent. I'll say that it's good for the console. It's good for in Sledgehammer's book. I'll give them that. Also, the kill strike. The I forgot to mention this. The kill strike system is much different. You have a bunch of kill strikes in here. You have supply drops. You have supply drops, care packages, fighter planes, bombing rays, all these stuff, and something you wouldn't see in the old World War II games, because back then you wouldn't have so many kill strikes. But now they have gone creative and they've thought of new things to add to the game. Only thing I wish they'd have is attack dogs. That's what I wish they would have in this game. Just to hear that attack dogs ready. In fact, let me call in.
Firing battery 1. Target position confirmed.
What do I think of this multiplayer? Is it good overall? I think it's good. It's not something you're supposed to get dedicated to. You're not supposed to be that competitive. It's just to pick up and play. It's simple. It's fun. It's colorful. That's what World War II is, and I don't blame it for being different. I blame it for being dull and lacking somewhat of a characteristic or personality. I just wish it would add to that more. When it comes to the multiplayer, it's a good multiplayer, but it's not perfect. It has its flaws. For instance, I have my problems with it, such as how do I say this? First of all, I don't like there are good. I said there are good maps. There are some maps that I do not like. I wish they would add to that more. And the kill strikes, there are some kill strikes I don't like. But overall, I enjoyed this multiplayer. Not as much as the others, but I did enjoy it. But overall, I like this game. If you like it, you should pick it up. And that is it, you guys.